Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome back once again to Maximus the Fourth. Good morning. Today, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts with you guys about the Tren twins. The Tren twins are these twins, Christopher and Michael, which they go by Chris and Mike, and they first entered the YouTube scene on August 22nd of 2022. They were instantly a hit. When my brother told me about them, Parker Goodwin, for the first time, I think they were 5 or 6 months in, and they had like 45,000, maybe 50,000 subscribers. And I remember just 1 or 2 weeks went by and boom, instantly they had broke 100,000 subscribers. And then the days just kept going by, and then pretty soon, before you know it, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. Well, these guys have been on the YouTube scene for only a year and almost 6 months, which comes out to be a year and a half total. And they have already accumulated 1,090,000 subscribers. That is absolutely incredible. And in today's day, with how YouTube is, because there are so many people doing YouTube videos now, the competition is absolutely fierce. And these kids are first entering the scene as absolute pros and still overcoming the odds and basically being on the top seat of the throne. Let's talk about the Tren twins' work ethic. They're very, very passionate, very, very dedicated in powerlifting. Sometimes bodybuilding too, but they have definitely struggled when it comes to bodybuilding because the dieting is excruciatingly tough. And I feel like Michael has actually done a better job than Christian when it comes to the dieting, when it comes to the cutting phase. Brutal amounts of discipline is what it takes. The Tren twins are big-time figures in the fitness industry, and they are already very popular. They've already worked out with Larry Wheels twice, from what I could see. They've worked out with Alex Eubank, which is another really well-known YouTuber that is a major fitness influencer that has 1.2 million subscribers, maybe more now. And they've also been influenced big time by Rich Piana, which we all know he's dead, and he died from a heart attack. The Tren twins have absolutely amazing genetics. They're these kids that were always the ones that were the most jacked in their class in high school. And they had started out with playing football, but then, very much like Sam Sulik, they gave up football and didn't even want to pursue it as a college dream and just got into lifting weights, bodybuilding, but definitely into powerlifting is what they're into for absolute sure. I think it'll be very interesting to see if the Tren twins make it big on powerlifting meets and even bodybuilding, if they can summer up the discipline, the self-discipline to diet correctly. They are twins that love to eat, and they have already struggled with dieting immensely when it comes to cutting to be bodybuilders, to be into their first bodybuilding show. But they are very good at powerlifting, and they have a much easier time with it because you don't necessarily have to diet and try to look good or anything like that. Powerlifters just simply care about how much they can lift, not really how they look. Although both the twins do struggle with metamorphia disorder or something like that. Morphia disorder, where you feel like your body doesn't look that good when really it does. There's tons of bodybuilders out there that suffer with metamorphia disorder. I think that's what it's called. Out of the very short year and a half that the Tren twins have hit the YouTube scene, they have already accumulated roughly 62.6 million views. And I feel like a really huge mistake that they have made on their YouTube channel is not making their content family friendly. because of this, they have not been paid by YouTube at all whatsoever. And after doing some calculations, if they could have made their content family friendly, it's very likely that they could have already made roughly $202,000 off of YouTube paying them from being monetized. But they're very strong-minded, very strong-willed men, and they have the mentality, well, we got to be able to be who we are, and so they prefer to just be clowns like they say they are. I'm not even saying they are. They say they're clowns, and continue to cuss and use as many ridiculous words of profanity that they want to, and even talking about like the male anatomy and the female anatomy, just, you know, how high school meatheads talk when they're just constantly making jokes about this person's body part, that person's body part. I really hope that the Tren twins will stop their pervasive content, because they're, like I said, to lose an opportunity to make that much money is absolutely insane. And you take people like Larry Wheels, he doesn't use pervasive amounts of foul language, and I don't think Alex Eubank does either. It's because he wants to make sure he's going to be able to make a living doing YouTube. These twins are so popular that if they just simply nerfed down their content, they would never have to work another day in their lives, more than likely. All they would have to do is just do what they love, and that's YouTube. But because they're not diligent enough to make their content child and family friendly, they're never going to get paid. And instead, they're coming out with merch, selling their own clothes and dietary supplements, trying to do whatever they can to make a buck. And who knows what else they're doing. Maybe they have jobs, I don't know. But they for sure have no interest at all whatsoever in following the YouTube community guideline rules. And I don't think they're ever going to change. I would like to close this video off by saying it will be very interesting to see what both Chris and Mike can accomplish in their weightlifting career, to see if they enter more powerlifting meets or even try to pursue bodybuilding and eventually work up enough diligence to be able to diet strictly as it is called for when you want to be a bodybuilder. So that's it, you guys. Those are my thoughts on the Tren twins, and I will see you next time.